Hey guys, for you that don't know me, my name's Leighton. I am an exercise scientist, a ASCA strength and conditioning coach, and a sports masseuse. I've been around the industry for about 3 to 4 years now, and from what I've seen is a lot of people have this main concern about the topic that we're going to talk about today is starting out in strength training. So where I like to start off is focusing on some of the barriers that people put in place to get out of strength training essentially. For those that are very new to it, there is a lot of concern that tends to really get hyped up by social media, by other factors that um, I'll just help dispel them a bit today. So the first one that we're looking at is people are worried about getting injured. Look, a large majority of the time with strength training, it actually increases the injury prevention. So unless you're out there doing silly exercises and not doing your technique properly, there is a very low to almost 0% chance of injury as long as you're performing the exercise safely and you learn how to do it properly from the beginning. And look, another thing that we look at is a lack of time. So a lot of people have other commitments in life, whether it's children, work, etc. The idea is that you start off with a little bit and just slowly dose yourself into going for full sessions, and sort of become sort of intrinsically focused once you sort of start acknowledging the improvements, start seeing, oh hey, this is actually doing something for me and I want to see the benefits of this. So whether it's starting up in a home gym, sort of fitting it in between feeding times with the newborn, or sort of going into a gym and doing short sessions. There's plenty of things you can do to essentially introduce you to the gym and sort of break down that barrier of the lack of time. The idea that when people first go to the gym that they're worried that they're going to humiliate themselves. Look, the large majority of people in the gym, actually, I would argue 99.9% of people in the gym are there for themselves. They don't care what you're doing. You can go off in the corner and do exactly what you want to do, but this is where I impede the idea of starting off with some basic movements, get some basic work in, and then that will essentially set you up with that foundations to actually go out there and be confident inside the gym. Look, like I said, nobody is there to watch you. They're only there, like, they're there for the same reason as you are, is to look after yourself and train yourself. Another talking point is women in particular state that they don't want to look bulky. I've had this from a dozen or so clients, and look, if what they call bulky is sort of what you would see on a bodybuilder. Look, these are the women that train 7 days a week, 2 hours at a time, focusing on all those little bodybuilding techniques. And I've just got to say, unless you've got that sort of time and investment into it, you're not going to look bulky ever. Like, you're going to get benefit out of it. So there's significant health benefits regarding women in lifting in terms of hormone balance, muscle density, increased metabolism, stronger bones, which equals lower risk of osteoporosis, and reduced all-factor mortality. Like, it's a no-brainer. And then the final one is chronic illness. So, where if you learn safely with a qualified health professional, they can help you adapt around your symptoms and your condition. But introducing chronic, like strengthening exercise to somebody with a chronic illness can be safe and effective to help increase mobility and improve your functional capacity. Like, it's a no-brainer, really. So when you're starting out, simple is better. There is no need to overcomplicate things. And when you're starting out, going from absolutely nothing to doing something is going to significantly affect your body. The science is really simple. Basically, if you dedicate yourself saying, hey, I'm going from nothing to 7 days a week, training 3 hours a day, you're going to burn out real quick and you're going to lose motivation. You're not going to want to do it. But starting at a low point, so let's just say you do one session a week for an hour and build that up. So push that to 2 sessions a week for an hour, and then that's when you start adding everything in. but you've got to start off simple. If you're starting off in the gym, the programming side of it can be really daunting. But look, if you start off with 8 simple lifts, sort of split into 2 different categories, and then sort of 4 different subcategories in each tier, I can guarantee you this will get you results because, like I said, if you're going from nothing to something, you will see progress. And it's really simple when you break it down into this lower body, upper body centric. You could do one in one session, one in another. It leaves a bit of creative freedom there, and very happy to interchange it in between. And look, you're going to see progress from this at the very beginning, and probably throughout your whole strength training career. Some really simple examples of this upper body programming, we could be looking at a horizontal push, horizontal pull, vertical push, and a vertical pull. And you can break them down. So, for example, a bench press, push-ups, flies, they're all really good examples of pushes. On the horizontal plane, horizontal pull, you're looking at every type of row, vertical push, shoulder press, lat raise, tricep extension. And then your vertical pulls are like your lat pull down, your bench pulls, and your pull-ups. Really simple work. You'll probably see every man and the dog has done these at some point in their life. And look, simple is better when you start out. And then the basic programming for the lower body, you look at the splits of squat, split squat, hinge, and then accessory. So examples of this would be a barbell squat, a dumbbell squat, or a front squat, even a bodyweight squat if you when you're starting out. Your split squat could be your lunge, your split squat, your lunge squat, etc. You could be looking at your hinge, so your hip thrust, your deadlifts, your Romanian deadlifts, and then accessories, calf raises, Copenhagen's clams. Again, you can pick and choose sort of what you like, include just one of these in each session, and you'll create an all-round program that's simple and effective. Okay, and now that you have a program, you've been once or twice, but you sort of come across these issues where you get a bit of motivation loss. You sort of get to the point where you're like, oh, what's the point of this anymore? I'm not seeing any benefits or anything. Patience. It's all about patience, working up. When I first started, I was young, arrogant, and 14 years old. And all I wanted was to have those 24-inch pythons for biceps and just look really good. But look, in all truth, the people that you see and you think about when you like bodybuilding and weightlifting, it's the smallest percentage of what is reality. Social media is a great example for that. So it shows the smallest 1% of the most jacked, ripped people. You know, think about how many people in your life you see with washboard abs and those 24-inch pythons. It's very few. Like, even working in the sports industry, I would argue that there's probably only 5% of people and athletes that I encounter that are jacked to all insanity. Like, you've just got to put it in your mind that what is normal is how you live. It's simple as that. Look, other issues can be like waking up with no desire, sort of just having the thoughts to push through the day and get it done because you will feel 100 times better just getting through it and just being able to sit down and be like, hey, I achieved something today. That's definitely going to be a bigger outcome and something that'll keep driving you because I know it works for me. And another motivation issue can be worried about what people are doing. Like I said before, everybody is in the gym for their own reason, and you shouldn't worry about other people. It's very, very linear and sort of outward thinking to think that people are looking at you when in reality they're just focusing on what they're doing. They're trying to get their session in, go home, go make dinner. They're thinking about, oh, what am I feeding the kids? What do I have on tomorrow for work? Like, nobody is there. Everybody is using it as a form of meditation. So, to highlight and reiterate some of the things I've been saying, we're going to have a look at the guidelines that's posted by the Department of Health. They essentially have given a set guidelines for basic physical activity levels for Australian adults. So basically, what we're looking at is adults should be active most days, whether it's moderate to vigorous intensity. There's a certain sort of amount that you need to be doing per week. They also suggest including muscle strengthening activities, and this will all help just improve all factor mortalities. It'll help improve your muscle density, stronger bones, change up the hormone balance. The proven benefits definitely outweigh any of the negatives that come with exercise, and I genuinely think following these guidelines are a great baseline for the average Australian. And look, there's no other way to put it. It is just so essential to get yourself in, get yourself active, and get yourself motivated to be able to go out and do these sort of things. An interesting philosophy that I saw from Ben Griffin, a fellow strength and conditioning coach. He coined this term, embrace the suck. And it's definitely stuck with me because I think when you're looking back about it and where you started to where you are in a few years or even a few months, you can see the progress that you can make. So when you're really thinking about it, the people that you see in the gym are the people that all started in the exact same position as you. They were once in the gym for the first time, clueless of exercise, not sure what to do or where to go, don't know what's good for you and how to do movements, but embracing that period, like nobody sort of goes into a skill and immediately knows what to do. Like you're you're not born with the ability to walk. You have to learn it. That inhibition comes with developing and learning. And look, it's okay to suck. So I love the term embrace the sucks. It just works so well, and I think everyone needs to understand that everyone goes through it. So, and finally, once you get into a rhythm, a pattern, sort of getting involved and being active for a certain period of time is when you start ramping up the programming, sort of you start including extra sessions, sort of going from one session to two sessions to three sessions a week, and then you sort of start incorporating a bit of cardio in as well, just getting yourself moving, getting yourself riding, rowing, hiking, running, you name it, and it's just going to be so much more important for you in terms of giving you that all-round sort of strength, cardiovascular, aerobic, anaerobic conditioning that will just help you live the fullest life you can and be the healthiest individual you can be. Because in the end, that is the aim for everyone, is to be healthy, to live a long life, and be able to experience life to its fullest.